What's going on, y'all? Welcome back. It's Ars. Let's get productive. So today we're going to talk about a company that I've spoken about on this channel before, Elementary Sounds. Now, you might have seen my review in the past on their Remina 1 and Remina 2 guitar VST. Super dope VST. Very live sounding, very warm sounding, but their combination of effects and the way they allow you to manipulate the tone of the guitar, you could really get something very unique sounding out of the guitar. Really great stuff. Today they released the next chapter in their series of VSTs, and it's called Tayna. Now, Tayna is a Rhodes piano VST. I love Rhodes pianos. I know a lot of you love that Rhodes piano sound. It's very hard to get it sounding authentic though. And this VST does that. So I'm really excited to bring Tayna to the channel. It's gonna be a great VST to check out. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into it. Tayna, Elementary Sounds, let's do it. So, as always, I have Logic queued up, and this is Tayna. Now, the VST is probably going to look very familiar to you guys. Anyone out there who has the Remina 1 or the Remina 2 VST, this is a very similar aesthetic. I really love their UI designs. It always kind of complements the VST that it's representing. So, in this situation, we're talking about the Rhodes piano, a very retro sounding keyboard from the 70s, and you really get that 70s aesthetic with the faded orange tones going on here. You have a bit of grain in the background of the image, and then the actual image of the keyboard itself has that kind of 70s Brady Bunch cartoon aesthetic where everything is kind of straight lines and the straight lines form into some kind of object. Yeah, I don't know. Watch the Brady Bunch. Y'all get the idea. Yeah, it has that 70s I'm in my grandma's living room effect to the tone and color of it, and I love it. It's just really cool. It feels live already, and I haven't hit a single key on the keyboard. Now, up top here, you have 4 different mics. So this thing was recorded with 4 different mics, and you can pan those mics for any one of these knobs up here. You have your attack and your release. All of your typical sounding stuff, your filters over here, right down at the bottom, you have your echo, and you have a high pass filter for your echo. You have a space reverb, and you have a high pass filter for your space reverb. You have a compressor right here. You have some noise that you can introduce into the Rhodes piano to help give it that live sounding originality. And you have your pedal fader right here to, again, give it more originality. You have a reverse fader, so it kind of takes the analog gear that this thing was recorded through and sends it into a weird warping reverse kind of sound depending on how you adjust things. And you have a yarn fader right here too. We're going to play with these 2 things. I'm going to show you what that actually sounds like. And if you click right here where it says Tayna, you're going to notice you have something called original sustain and stylized sustain. Now, what we're operating on right now is the original sustain. Is basically the sound of the original Rhodes piano, and you can kind of do things to it and manipulate the dynamics of it to get a more unique sound. And I'm going to show you what that sounds like in a minute. Or you can go right over here to the stylized sustain. And this is a different version of the same piano that is a little bit more out there, a little bit more stylized. As you can see down here, you have your dirty chorus effect and your chronicle effect. And we're going to play with both versions. So essentially, you have the same instrument, just recorded in 2 different ways to give you a more original sound and a more creative sound. But either one of those sounds you could play with for days because they're fire, and you can take in either one of those sounds and, using the effects that is built into the VST, make it very unique and make it very much your own. So now we're not going to do any more talking. We're going to just jump right into this thing, and I want to show you guys what it sounds like. So we're going to start off with the original sustain version of the Tayna VST, the Rhodes piano. All right. As you can already hear with just that one little hit on the keys. You can turn up the compression to kind of glue things together a little bit more. Bring some of the lower dynamics of the sound up a little bit. Turn up some noise. High pass filter here. And get some of the bass out of the piano. I like it with the bass. I think that's one of the cooler things about the Rhodes is getting that warmth and that bass from the keys. You can add some echo into it, and you have 3 different versions of the echo. Here's another version. Really cool sounding stuff. Here's another version. Now, this version gives you more of a stereo effect, so it's not too out there and it's not too aggressive. It's just a little bit of echo to kind of widen that sound a little bit, and that's really cool. And you can add that with your space reverb. That's one version of the reverb. Here's another version. And here's another version. I like it in the center. I'll just turn it down a little bit. You can also pan the 4 different mics so you can have the sound sitting how you want it, and you can adjust the gain of each one of the mics. You can lower the attack so it has more of a pad sound. And this is where it gets really cool. Right here where you have the Rhodes instrument in the center of the design, you can send that instrument through a lot of the different tubes and different analog gear that they recorded this thing on and really get a spacious, warped kind of sound. You just click on your mouse and you scroll up and you see it start to move. Now it sounds a bit more like it's underwater. When you have the mix of that effect turned all the way up, you can really hear this reverse effect down here operating. So I'm gonna hit one of the keys here. And that's basically it. It's that simple. You can take one piano and make it sound a bunch of different ways, but it's very warm, very live, and very cool sounding. And I just love what you can do just from twisting a few knobs on the screen. I love that it's not a whole bunch of presets. It's one original recorded Rhodes piano from the 70s. Really great, warm sounding, but all you have to do is make a few adjustments here and there, and you can kind of really make this instrument your own. Now we're gonna go over to Tayna right over here, and we're gonna go to the stylized sustain. So now let's play around a little bit with this version of it. Turn up the space verb. You have that dirty chorus down here. Let's introduce that a little bit. Woo. Beautiful sounding. This thing sounds amazing. Really, really amazing. I love this piano. I use it on a lot of different beats already. And so without wasting any more time, I'm going to show you one of the beats I used it on. So we're going to get right into the cookup. I'm gonna play this beat back that I made using the Tayna VST, and we can take a listen and see what this thing sounds like. I didn't mix it or anything yet. It's just a simple beat, just so you can hear what's going on. So I'll play the track that I use this instrument on, just so you can hear the instrument by itself, and then I'll play it along with the rest of the beat. Really spacious sounding, really cool. And then we will play it along with the beat so you can get a taste of what this thing sounds like in action. And here's the beat. And that's it. That's the beat I made using Tayna. Now, like I said before, this is kind of like the little brother or the little cousin to the Remina 1 and the Remina 2 VST. It's the same type of VST as those Remina instruments. If you have Remina and you like how live those guitars sound, you're gonna really love Tayna, because this Rhodes piano sounds super authentic. Even though you're looking at one instrument, what you can do with that one instrument to get a bunch of different sounds is very unique, very crafty and cool. I love what Elementary Sounds is doing, and I can't wait to check out some of your other VSTs. Whenever you come out with more VSTs, I'm gonna be waiting right in line to pick those things up. I love how live your instruments sound. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section if this is something that you're gonna be adding into your arsenal. Also, let me know if there's any new VSTs or plugins that you think I should check out and you'd like to see me bring to this channel. As always, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you can stay notified anytime I drop a new video. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.